Uncle Sam himself. First live stream. Downtown Troy, New York. What's up, Bullet Sponge? Uncle Sam himself. It is, what, 9:35? There's not really much going on down here. That's alright. I guess only 2 people know the secret to winning just about any petty criminal charge or any traffic charge in a local court, city court. There's a couple steps, but it's pretty simple. First, when you go into court, get notarized so you can file a motion. On the notarized note, you are going to write a couple things. You'll actually get a couple of them. First will be a demand to subrogate the bond in order to settle any charges. Pretty much what it is the legal contract that the prosecutor has to present is considered a bond. It's a surety of what your charge is going to be. And by commerce laws, anything that happens in a court is a commercial transaction. Commercial transactions happen between 2 corporations. That is why your name is written in all capital letters on anything that you are served. It is serving you, the corporation, but you have to present yourself in court as the living being with flesh and flowing blood. You are separating yourself from that corporate entity. So basically what you're doing is saying that the equity of what the bond is working in your favor because it belongs to you, solely you, because they put your name on it. So what you're doing is you are making yourself the plaintiff, claiming that that bond already belongs to you and that they can keep it to settle all charges against you. A lot of courses in law schools will not teach you that, because that is the way that the judge and the attorneys themselves stay in business. Well, no, he's just looking. So, pretty much to shorten it up, you are becoming the plaintiff, they are becoming the defendant, and you are suing them for the charges. The second way would be to question and demand proof of the judge's jurisdiction over you. This would have filed as a motion, also notarized what you are doing, but it can help. Under the Constitution, they can only try you in one of 2 types of courts. One is common law court, which goes off the Constitution, and also, if there is no injured party, then there is no victim, there is no case. No crime was committed. The second court that they could try you in is Admiralty Maritime Court. This is a mill court, so it is tribunals. It's pretty much a court-martial, which you are not a federal official, and you are not tied to any militias, the military, anything like that. They cannot legally hold you in Admiralty law unless you yourself consent to it. What you're doing is you're telling them that you are a sovereign. You go off of the land, whereas Admiralty Court, they go off of the laws of the sea. During Admiralty Court, you pretty much give up most of your rights, but you don't have to go that route. If you choose to object to either jurisdiction, which they will not let you go common law because it'll just end up getting dismissed. Oh. Oh, these Troy police suck tonight. That's alright though. The next step, since they cannot try you in either court, would be they would either dismiss it themselves or it would have to go to federal court. The federal court does not have time to hear traffic offenses or petty criminal charges, so chances are they will dismiss it themselves. It has worked, doesn't always work. The judges will try to hold you in contempt of court, but there's always ways around it. And that's pretty much my almost guaranteed way, not to be taken as legal advice, but almost guaranteed way to get a petty charge dropped. There's not really much going on down here. It was raining, kind of freezing rain, but upstate New York, not much happening. No bullet sponge, it's been real crappy here. I did notice though, I can get away with a lot of jaywalking down here. That building right there on the left in the shadow, that's actually Hunter County Courthouse. Conveniently across the street from Dunkin' Donuts. And Burgers Bagels. What's that tip? Laugh out loud. I know the one free walk law for New York State. I don't think it works in New York City, but I know it works upstate. $500 fine. I've always just had mine taken. And then it was ACOD. That's alright though. That gets dismissed anyways. Really? I didn't know that. Well, they'll be legalizing soon, but that doesn't help me because smoking's not on my list. Really? They lose money? I didn't know that. This is part of the college over here. There's Russell Sage. Bow Sponge. Is P&P still on? Is he still alive? Well, yeah, it makes sense. If I was a district attorney, I'd be charging a lot of money too. Oh man. It's really not this dark out here though. That go under special assignments or something? Well, you know, one of the reasons why they are allowed to keep the admiralty laws in the court and have the gold fringe flag is we are technically still under a state of emergency. I believe it was in 1933. One was placed on us. I believe it was Roosevelt. And it wasn't lifted, and then we also had a couple more put on us. So the government's been corrupt for quite a while. Everybody's been tried in the wrong courts. Actually, now I think of it, I don't think I would push a marijuana case with trying to go through the federal court, bring it all the way. Because federal government is still illegal, it's not decriminalized, right? See, when I was younger and I was going to court for it, I always just had it ACOD'd my first time in the courtroom. I told them that I pled not guilty, and she said ACOD 6 months, and I said okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know that it cost that much to test it. I've seen the little field kits before, but around here they don't really, in Troy, they don't really enforce marijuana laws. They stopped doing that. That's all the court was. Unless you have a large amount and they know you are selling, they don't really care if you're just walking around smoking or sitting at the park smoking. They're not really going to bother you. If there's kids around, they might say something, but chances are they'll just drive past you. Circling back, that's the courthouse with all the lights on right there. Mia, are you still in here? Not really much going on Sunday night. Last night would have been a lot better. I heard a lot of sirens. I actually don't live too far from some social services buildings. But I also heard, this is kind of interesting, it has to do with CPS and your children. I have heard today that if you don't register your child's birth with a birth certificate and you don't register them with the state or the federal or anything, there's no record of them being born, CPS can't take them. Because CPS has no claim over them, CPS doesn't even know that they exist. So, because you don't exist on their little banknote birth certificate that they issue you, they have no claim over you. So, they can't take your children. I mean, I wouldn't advise not registering them, because I don't give legal advice, I'm just giving opinions and some information that I heard. But if they don't have a birth certificate, I was told, on their files, on their official banknote, they can't take your children. They have no claim. I love. Geno's is closed. Geno's has some really good food. Bullet sponge, you still on here? Fourth Street Market right there. Mohammed and Joe run that store. There's some pretty cool guys. And this right here on the corner of State and 4th Street is the Verizon building. They protest out here during the summer because their pay sucks. Up ahead, there's a Troy City Court where they hold tribunals, military tribunals. And next door is the Troy Police Department. Troy police are known for being kind of corrupt, kind of violent. Shot a couple people over the past few years. I think they only killed 2 of them though. This is their garage. They fix their own cars, got their own mechanics. Courthouse. It's kind of a slow night. Got some nice green lamps though, I don't know if you can tell. They're green. Walking against the crosswalk. It's okay. Yeah, I need something to stabilize it. It's really cold out here too. All these cars are empty. Everybody's on coffee break. This was an interim city hall for a while. They had knocked down the old one, and then they moved into a bigger building down on the riverfront. And I believe this is either going to be a part of RPI, a college that's over here, or something for the police station. I don't know. Maybe more dorms for RPI. I think that's what it might be. Another untaxed property. These are RPI dorms though. This used to be an old hotel. Alright, I'll see you later. I'm going to end the stream anyways. I'm gonna head home. Thanks for watching though. It sucked, but whatever.